In the previous lecture, you understood what the Australian Information Security Manual is and who stands behind it. Now you take the next logical step. You ask a deeper question. Why does the Australian government mandate the ISM instead of simply recommending it? The answer lies in the nature of government itself and in the kind of responsibility that comes with serving an entire nation. When you work in or with government, you are not just running systems or delivering technology. You are enabling services that millions of people depend on every day. Think about healthcare, taxation, energy, social services, transport, and national security. These services are not optional conveniences. They are essential to how society functions. Because of that, the tolerance for security failure in government is far lower than in many private organizations. The Australian government mandates the ISM because government information is fundamentally different. It includes personal data about citizens, sensitive policy decisions, operational details of critical infrastructure, and systems that must remain available even during crises. If this information is compromised, the impact is not limited to financial loss or reputational damage. It can disrupt essential services, undermine public trust, and in some cases, put lives at risk. This is where mandate becomes necessary. If every agency were allowed to decide its own level of security independently, the government would become unevenly protected. Some agencies might invest heavily in security, while others might cut corners due to cost, time, or lack of awareness. Attackers do not target the strongest entry point. They look for the weakest one. The ISM exists to eliminate that weakness by enforcing a minimum consistent security baseline across government. You should also understand that government systems are deeply interconnected. Agencies share data, rely on common platforms, and integrate with whole of government services. If one agency is compromised, attackers can often move laterally into others. This means that a single poorly secured system can become a gateway into the broader government ecosystem. By mandating the ISM, the government reduces this systemic risk and protects itself as a whole, not just as individual departments. Another reason the ISM is mandated is accountability. In government, decisions must be explainable and defensible. When a cyber incident occurs, it is not enough to say that reasonable steps were taken. Leaders must be able to show what steps were taken, why those steps were chosen, and how risks were assessed. The ISM provides a common reference point for these decisions. It allows executives to demonstrate that their security posture aligns with nationally accepted guidance. This mandate also protects decision makers themselves. When leaders follow the ISM, they are not acting in isolation or relying on personal judgment alone. They are aligning with guidance developed by the Australian Cybersecurity Centre, informed by real threat intelligence and national level experience. This shared foundation reduces ambiguity and creates confidence when difficult risk decisions must be made. Beyond protecting government systems, the ISM plays a direct role in protecting citizens. Every time you interact with a government service, lodging a tax return, accessing healthcare, applying for benefits, you are trusting the government with your personal information. The trust is fragile. A single high-profile breach can permanently damage public confidence. The ISM helps maintain that trust by setting expectations for how citizen data must be handled, protected, and monitored. Availability is just as important as confidentiality. Government services must remain accessible, even during cyber attacks, natural disasters, or geopolitical tensions. The ISM supports this by requiring controls that improve resilience, monitoring, and incident response. This ensures that services can continue operating or recover quickly when disruptions occur. From the citizen's perspective, this means continuity. From the government's perspective, it means stability and credibility. You should also recognize that the ISM supports Australia's broader national security objectives. Cyber threats today are not limited to criminals seeking money. They include state sponsored actors attempting espionage, disruption, or influence. Government systems are prime targets in these campaigns. By mandating a strong, consistent security baseline, the ISM raises the cost of attack and reduces the likelihood of successful compromise at scale. Importantly, the ISM does not exist to slow down government or block digital transformation. In fact, it does the opposite. By providing clear expectations, it enables agencies to adopt new technologies such as cloud services, shared platforms, and automation without constantly debating what secure enough means. The mandate removes uncertainty. Teams can move faster because they know the rules they are working within. As someone learning the ISM, this is a crucial mindset shift. You are not learning a compliance document for the sake of audits. You are learning a framework that enables trust, resilience, and accountability at a national level. The mandate exists because the cost of inconsistency, ambiguity, and underprotection is simply too high for government to accept. By mandating the ISM, the Australian government is making a clear statement. Security is not optional, trust is non negotiable, and protecting citizens is a core responsibility. Everything you learn next, controls, roles, risk decisions, and assurance flows from this single principle. The ISM is mandated because the consequences of getting security wrong in government are too significant to leave to chance.